Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Happy day, John Peterson from John Peterson Photography, and today I'm out in the Columbia River Gorge. As you can see behind me, the fall colors are out, the water's flowing, we've got a great storm moving in with lots of rain and really just making the landscape extremely vibrant. So I decided to drop what I was doing and hop in the truck and come out here to the gorge to shoot some waterfalls and some fall color. So come along with me on this little journey and let's see what we can find. So here's one of my stops along the trail that runs by La Tourelle Falls. As you can see behind me, I'm in the gorge here. The little canyon is just packed with color. It's, you know, everywhere I turn, there's just colorful images and it's a beautiful place to shoot. And this one shot here that I'm shooting, it's looking down onto the creek. And in the background is the bridge for the old historic highway, Highway 30. And normally I don't like man-made structures in my shots, but in this case the bridge is so beautifully architected. It's a great design element to include in the landscape. So here, take a look at this shot and let me know what you think. You know, the great thing about being a photographer in Oregon is there's so much to shoot all year long. And you know, if you guys come up to the Pacific Northwest, there's a few things that are absolutely mandatory, in my opinion, to have. Considering that it's probably going to rain more than likely while you're here, because that's what keeps Oregon green, right? It's all this great water that comes out of the sky. You know, the first thing is a rag. I always have 5, 6, 7 of these rags in the truck, in each of my camera bags, in my pockets. Having a drying cloth is absolutely essential. Then the other thing here on the end of my Fujifilm GFX 32-64 is a polarizing filter. So especially in Oregon where it's wet and on a day like today, using a circular polarizer to cut the glare is almost an essential piece of kit to have on your camera. You know, our software can do a lot, but the one thing it really can't do is cut the glare. And you know, when you cut that glare, the colors are able to come through and shine into your photograph. So you know, that's an essential piece of gear for me. And you know, most modern cameras these days, you know, this thing is wet. Most modern cameras have a decent amount of weather sealing, and I really don't worry about my Fujifilm cameras when I'm out here in a light rain photographing. You know, I may cover up the camera in between shots, but for the most part, I don't really worry about it. I've been using these cameras for years up here in the forests and never really had a problem with water damage at all. So, you know, I trust my gear. I know that they're just tools and I'll use them, and I won't really worry about whether they get wet or dirty because, you know, they're just a tool right now. They're not a jewel, they're a tool. So there you go. here we are at Horsetail Falls, kind of the far eastern part of the historic part of the gorge. It's really beautiful to shoot. You know, and I would normally be talking to you guys from near the waterfall, but it is so loud there that I fear that you guys can't hear me. So thought I'd take a little pause here at the truck and give you guys a little conversation. You know, the other thing about shooting in the Northwest and shooting these waterfalls is besides shooting in the rain where you get a lot of raindrops on your lenses, the other thing you got to worry about is the spray from the waterfall. And Horsetail is it's one of those that kicks out a lot of spray. So many times it's shoot, wipe, shoot, wipe, shoot, wipe. And you just keep repeating that process until you get a shot that you like. It can be a wet experience shooting down here, and so, you know, come prepared and you'll have an absolutely wonderful time.